Welcome to Subramani. So this never-ending question that I have some loan. I bought a small house thinking I'll live for 5 years. Then I sold it off and bought a bigger house, and now I have some home loan pending, mortgage pending. Now, should I pay off my loan or should I invest? I have handled this question many times. People should go back and watch some old videos. But let me answer you adequately in the sense that there is always a choice of whether to repay the loan or whether to invest the money, right? So a lot of people don't like debt. So their first thing is to say, oh, let's repay the debt. That's perfectly all right. When you have money at say 7% or 8% on your head, and you're worried whether you will be able to repay. Now this whether they will be able to repay is a worry which people have at all stages of their life. Even when they are earning 1 crore and they have a 50 lakh debt, they are worried whether they will be able to repay. I am very comfortable with a 3-year debt, right? So if you have a 1 crore annual gross, you shouldn't be worried about any debt which is less than 3 crores because you know that in 3 years you will be able to repay in the worst case scenario. Of course not 3 years, maybe 4-5 years, but that allows you some leverage and it allows you to invest more money. Now take a case where your loan is about 8% and your investments are giving you 13-14%. You're getting an extra 5%. So why would you repay a 1 crore loan when you're anyway earning 1 crore? So it is just 1 year CTC. Like I said, the comfortable ratio for me is 3 year CTC. At that stage, why would you repay? There are many reasons why people repay. One is somebody comes and tells them, look, Subra is telling you that you will get so much money in equity, but what happened if you don't get? What happens if you don't get? Subra is saying you will get 12%. What happens if you don't get? Whereas here, you are getting a guaranteed return of 8%, right? 8% you are saving. So on 1 crore, you are saving 8 lakhs a year. Subra is saying you may get 12 lakhs. What happens next year if you get only 6%, only 5%, minus 4%, right? So this nice conversation over chai or coffee or whiskey is convinced this guy at about 11 p.m. 2 pigs high, and he's already decided, okay, this I have a 1 crore CTC, I have got this 40 lakhs of loan, so I will repay. Or the wife saying, you know what happened to that uncle? He had so much loan and he died and his family suffered. Yes, uncle had a business loan, uncle had no assets, so it's different, this is different. No, let us repay the loan. Fine. If you think peace of mind is more important than having a loan and having investments, etc., be my guest, perfectly all right. I never borrowed, I never needed to borrow, right? That's luck that I never needed to borrow. I always had enough money to do whatever I want, and I wanted less than what I had. Maybe I bought a smaller house or whatever be the reasons, I never had to borrow. It doesn't mean you shouldn't borrow. You can do whatever you want, do whatever gives you comfort. So I just picked up some data from Schiller, who I think is the greatest equity researcher. I wouldn't say greatest equity thinker, but he has a lot of data. So when I picked up data from him from 1890 to 2016 or 2017, equity has given 7% return or about 6.8% return, and real estate has given 0.39%. So there is no way how real estate has outperformed equity. That has not happened. But you can always pick up individual stocks and individual properties and say this happened. Like I know somebody who's bought a property in Chembur and is very happy with the returns that the family has got. Both husband and wife are very happy with the return they've got. But I know that they sold shares of HDFC Limited and HDFC Bank to buy it, which have done at least twice. Now you can always tell yourself, oh, that house is very good, my child was born there, my grandchild was born there, whatever. My son got married from that house, so we are emotionally attached to that house. Great, fantastic. I have nothing with the emotion, but that does not mean it's been a good investment. It's not been a good investment, right? Other investments would have, if they had taken a house on rent, they would have enough money to buy at least 3 flats in the same building. This is actually mathematically calculated but not shared with them simply because I didn't want to spoil the party. They're very happy with that house, so why should I go and spoil the party? So there are many things you can do. You can pay extra mortgages. You're paying say 50,000 per month as EMI. You can pay 13 instead of 12. Whenever you get your annual bonus, you can go and put an extra 50,000 or extra 1 lakh, and that will definitely reduce the tenor, and you will be able to finish the loan faster. That is also a good thing for you to do. You can invest the money, get better return, and 1 year when you get 60% jump in equity, you know it's not going to be sustained. You take some money you take 5 lakhs from your equity portfolio and repay the loan. That also you can do. Various options are there. Ultimately, I will not be able to give you an answer which satisfies everybody, right? This video will also get a lot of hate mail saying you are unnecessarily asking us to borrow. Don't borrow, do whatever you want, but I am trying to tell you these are the pluses and minuses. You have to choose what you want to do. Ideally and ultimately, the company which is lending you money is not in a great hurry to get it back, but they're very happy to get it back, because if they think interest rates are going to go up, they would rather lend it happily at 9%, 10%. If they are thinking that interest rates will go down, then they will put some impediment saying, oh, you can repay the loan only by going to our Chandigarh branch, or some equivalent to that, saying you cannot repay in Bombay, you have to go to Chandigarh to repay, or something. They can put all those impediments, right? You have to come to the branch physically. We are searching for your house papers, we don't know when we will find it, any of those things. Now you buy one house, you want to be emotionally satisfied that you have that house. You buy the second house, you have to justify that as an investment, and it is very difficult to justify that as an investment. Very easy to justify it as a first house and an emotional house. Oh, I needed it because you watched that movie where the hero got thrown out of his house and during monsoon. Well, we insurance companies and we home loan companies have done a fantastic marketing. Everybody will come and tell you why you should have your own house, why you should borrow money, why you should buy a bigger house. You need a 1 BHK, buy a 3 BHK, because you're not going to buy a house again. You will get married, you will have a child, so your child will need a room, so please buy a 3 BHK. Not true. But ultimately, you have to take your own decision. I can tell you what you should buy, when you should sell. Maybe you buy a 1 BHK, stay in it for a few years, then sell it, buy a 2 BHK. Then when you have more money, sell the 2 BHK and buy a 3 BHK. Or maybe you keep renting, right? All those possibilities exist. Ultimately, you have to see what gives you peace of mind, because if you don't understand equity markets and I tell you keep investing, you invest and the market falls 10%, you will say, oh my God, I wish I had repaid the loan. My advice is perfectly right over a 20-30 year period. Is it right over a 2-year, 3-year period? Answer is no. It's not likely to be right over a 2-3 year period. So you have to make your choice. You have to see what gives you peace of mind, what increases the value of your portfolio or your net worth. Consider all that and then do whatever suits you, whatever suits your wife, whatever suits your family, because they are the people who are going to influence your decision. Thank you.